Hello and welcome to Flippin Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we are what am I talking about? We are going to be flipping through Mad Magazine number 347, released July 1996. Our price, $2.50, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, please let me remind you, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. That's the best way to make this channel grow. We're shooting for 700 by the birthday of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Christmas time. What a good Christmas gift. 700 subscribers. That's doable, right? If we don't, I'm not going to celebrate Christmas. That's that. Anyway, if you want to support me in another one, patreon.com/flippin through. Give me any amount of money, you get a sick set of stickers. Give me $5 and you get an awesome set of buttons. Boosted up from 4 to now 5 buttons. So yeah, I don't know. I can't find them right now. Sorry. So you'll have to watch another video and you'll be able to see them. These are the people that I get to thank now for their support. Jacqueline Gosling, Reflection of Perfection, Frank Snyder, Misamo, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Mead Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Orion, Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope I can keep on earning it. With that, let's get back into the program. Where am I? There I am. I think my camera got moved. Anyway, here it is. Mad Magazine number 347. Hold on. Did this come from my personal collection as a child? Yeah, look at that's me, Patrick McInerney, 5337 Humboldt Avenue, Minneapolis, Minnesota 55419. And this is a great one. This is probably a Bob Clark drawing of Spy versus Spy, but it's an awesome drawing. Before I get into this, I want to look at this back one. This is a Tom Bunk drawing, obviously, a Soho success story. And here's the deal. Does this seem familiar at all? Well, it's that inspiration of, um, what's his name? Tom Bunk. I just said it. Jeez Louise. I'm so tired, guys. I started work this week. Yes, I'm back working. It's awful. I hate it. I want to retire. This looks like Al Jaffee's, doesn't it? I mean, kind of a little bit. I know in Al Jaffee's, the hippie falls and like splats, and that becomes his artwork. This one, a woman falls, gets splatted, and then becomes artwork. I like it though. It seemed like homage rather than just copying. Here we have the cover. I actually really like this cover. I think it's fantastic. All of the flags on fire, the MAD logo on fire. It's pretty fun. I quite enjoy this, and the effect for the charred remains of the sign. It looks very nice. This is the unofficial magazine of the 1996 Olympics. And is this Olympic heavy? Yes, it's extremely Olympic heavy. Why kill yourself? We've seen this one before. This is like one of the best suicide ads. And that's really hard. I got it. I need your help, actually. If anybody wants to help me find all of the suicide ads, that would be amazing. Because I think it would be fun to do a tier list of suicide ads. Here's the awful table of contents at the time. Here's one that's kind of interesting. Two things, actually. Two things. This one I wasn't going to talk about. I'll talk about this one first, the one that I actually planned on talking about. I'm a band member in Menifee, California. I play the drums for a small band called Experience Insanity. We recently released an album called No. It's only available in small record stores in Southern California. All I ask is for one page in MAD, just saying no really big. Thanks a lot. Rickshaw. MAD has long prided itself on being well ahead of the mainstream rock press when it comes to breaking new bands. We already featured your band's new album on the cover of MAD 147, December 1971. one of the most iconic covers that Matt has ever produced. Um, it's beautiful. Um, why did I focus on this? Because I love the cover, and I actually looked up this band. Well, I didn't. I tried to look them up, and I couldn't find them. Anyway, this is the other thing. Here we have Mad Mumblings, so at AOL.com, and um, they would do something really weird at this time period. One is like give the AOL screen name, and then if people wrote in an email, um, they would give their email address. So this person wrote in and they give the email address vic216 at AOL.com. And part of me has always wanted to send an email to one of these, but that might be weird. I don't know. Would it? That might be kind of fun. Oh, look at this guy's from St. Paul. Anyway, um, broke and narrow. I have to say, they do two movie spoofs in this issue, and looking through this, it's not a very fun spoof. Um, and I don't think that Mort Drucker had that much fun drawing this one, just because there's not a lot of chicken fat. Like you have, I don't know, if here's like a snake or something, and a cat and a mouse in the background. Here's a paper airplane. The Three Stooges. Okay, that's kind of cool. A Coke machine. Um, a a giant penny. I don't know. It's like Batman or something. Um, there's not a lot going on as far as chicken fat goes. It seems like it was just like get it done, dude, and he got it done. Um, but like visually, it's just not fun to look at. It's not his best work, certainly. Um, but it's not even fun. Like if it doesn't have to be the best work as long as it's fun, right? Now let's look at this: the future Olympic dance competitions, for reasons known only to the International Olympic Committee and perhaps Arthur Murray. This summer's Olympic Games will feature ballroom dancing as an exhibition sport. Although wimps, geeks, and octogenarians around the world are excited that there's finally an event they can compete in, for most of us it's merely a sign of sad things to come. Yes, we rue the day when athletes, and we use that term loosely, compete in these future Olympic dance competitions. Written and drawn by John Caldwell. He's awesome. And there is something about this specifically that seems more dimensional. There seems to be in all of these a lot more depth in these illustrations. I'm thinking about like this for some reason, like this, the shot putter looks really, really cool. This, like, look at the shoes. I don't know. There's something about it that really seems um, just high level. Like, I mean, he's a good artist, right? But like sometimes his illustrations, almost like this one, seem just a bit more flat. And that's not that big of a knock. I still like it. I still think it's funny, but it's like a few of these really, really stand out um, as kind of different than what he normally produces. And this, of course, is very funny with like good pacing, nice ups and downs as far as the humor goes. Matt assesses the field of other potential presidential contenders. I get why, um, like you older viewers, how you insist that like the 60s and 70s are the best era of Mad. I get it because everything is familiar. And when I read Mad magazine from 1996, when I was 10 years old, names like Kevorkian, Buttafuoco, and Howard Stern, these are names that were like, I don't know. They just they were like the biggest names for me as a child. And so it's like I see that, I see these caricatures, the beautiful caricatures done by Rick Greery. I can't tell you how much fun it is to see this. So here we have Dr. Kevorkian, advantages. His term limit policy will be far more effective in getting rid of senile old politicians for good. Oh, boy, I think we need that really now more than ever because a lot of these people they were probably calling too old are still in office. The disadvantage, his plan for cutting Social Security may seem harsh even by Republican standards. Odds of winning, although his major constituents are in no shape to go to the polls, he should do well in Chicago and parts of New Jersey where dead people frequently vote. Here we have, I'm going to just read Joey Buttafuoco. Um, advantages, David Letterman can finally use up all the idiot jokes he was planning to use on Dan Quayle. Disadvantage, where are you going to find a Secret Service agent willing to take a bullet for this jerk? Wait, Joey Buttafuoco. Wait, who am I thinking of? He's not the guy who had his wiener cut off, right? Who is Buttafuoco? I'm going to have to look that up. Leave a comment down below. Explain to me who Joey Buttafuoco was. Because I can't remember. I forget now. John Kennedy Jr., R.I.P. Anyway, Cato Kalin. My God. How amazing. How utterly amazing. Here we have a great one. Now, when I was, okay. Broken Arrow, not fun. Mad visits this year's blah blah palooza, Lollapalooza. This one is so much fun. This is Ray Alma doing the illustrations. Fantastic job. But he fits in so much chicken fat. Like, I don't know, just on Dennis Rodman alone, his tattoos change constantly. New ones appear. Lots of funny little things. Look at Linus going to Lollapalooza. Really ragging on all of the bands at the time. Like, I mean, how can you rag on Smashing Pumpkins? Well, he does, which seems unfair. But he does an awesome job with all of that chicken fat. I love this, like the perspective on that, like it's a fisheye lens. You got Beavis and Butthead in the background. You got more tattoos changing. Like, this is a fun one just to look at. The illustrations are great, and the writing's pretty good too, even though I almost never talk about the writing. Boy, look at this one. This is another really cool pattern. And you have a fun little EC Easter egg on what's-his-face's shoulder. You have a mad look at When Nature Calls. Let's zoom in a little bit. We'll check some of these out. Okay. Oh, look at, they're gonna go to a concert. Oh, it's filling up. Oh, a truck is coming. Oh shit. Shitter's full. Um, there are a lot of fun ones in this one. Some are very very subtle. Others are so subtle that I don't really understand them. To be honest. So look at this guy. He says, "It's like fill her up. What? They must be in New Jersey or something." Oh, this is disgusting. Goes into the office and takes a big old dump. That's disgusting, actually. That's horrible. This is one, I don't know. Explain in the comments if you get this one. So she's jealous, envious, envious. Goes into the men's room, writes Rosa something, and then they're all looking at her. Did she write her name or the other? Probably her name. She wrote her own name, right? I guess I just still don't get it. Anyway, this one's my favorite and the most subtle. And I mean, it's like, it was really genius to have them with black socks. That'd be so horrible. Imagine having to, use your sock to wipe your own butt. It'd be horrible. And then you have no chance of winning an Olympic medal. I just wanted to point this one panel out. If your opponent shows up wearing an intimidating T-shirt, the back of it says, "I survived John E. DuPont's wrestling camp." John E. DuPont, famously, and for the '88 Olympics, Wait a second. 96, 92. Yeah, 88 Olympics. He set up a training for wrestling, and he ended up shooting like one or two of the guys that was at his camp. He has like some obsession with them. So that's a deep cut. That's like 10 years ago, and they're making a joke about it. But, never let a tragedy go to waste. Now, how about this one? Another one, just bringing it back to my deepest memories. What if God was one of us? The Joan Osborne song. What if God was one of us? That's not how the tune goes. I'm sorry. Um, you know, a stranger on the bus, a slob like one of us. A really great song, as I remember it. Everybody loved it. Everybody went mad for it. Um, even Mad magazine. But what's really cool about this, Drew Friedman doing some awesome illustrations, and William Gaines being um, brought in as God. Barbara Walters would do a probing interview and get him to cry about the fall of Adam and Eve. Why didn't you give them a second chance? I warned them about the apple, told them fill up on grapes, figs, and mangoes. But did they believe me? No. They just had to go and listen to the lousy talking snake. Just by putting on a tie-dyed shirt, you'd be able to go to costume parties as Harry Garcia. The Pope would be out of a job. We'll pray for food. He'd rack up a ton of money on Jeopardy. Well, it looks like the omniscient one has a commanding lead, but remember, we still have to play Final Jeopardy, so you never know. And today's category is the Old Testament. Yes, the Jewish scriptures. I wonder how he will do. Lots of Friends references. There's a few more. He'd make a guest appearance on Friends. So, guys, what do you think of my new boyfriend? Oh, wow, look, it's God. I know you go for older men, Monica, but isn't this a bit ridiculous? It's the Olympics. It's the Olympics, man. What do you expect? Except more Olympics. More and more and more Olympics. This is Jack Davis. Jack Davis doing the artwork. Mike Snyder doing the writing. Hit pause and read these. They're pretty good, but I don't really have the time to go through all of them. Okay, how about this one? Jamaican bobsled team shows up at the summer games as opposed to the winter games, idiot. Stoned out of their gourds. But they drug test. Do they drug test for marijuana? You would think that they would only drug test for performance enhancing drugs. I can't imagine that that would enhance one's performance. Here we have this recent test scores, TV shows, TV Guide, they're making fun of. Um, Recent test scores indicate America, formerly one of the smarter countries in the world, is gradually becoming one of the dumber ones. You bought this magazine, didn't you? As a sneaky way to reverse this trend and reach students where they live in front of the TV, we patriotically suggest these TV shows geared to teach hard subjects. Here we have Entomology, Bee-Watch, David Hasselhoff, Pamela Lee, and their Baywatch co-stars run and jiggle in slow motion while tending their hives, saving drowning and or sting victims, and researching the use of clover honey as a sunscreen. The world of insects was never so titillating. Here we have another Friends one, Sociology, Fringe. Each week, 6 young, single, great-looking Michigan militia members discuss dating, orgasms, and the best way to overthrow the government will hold up in their favorite gourmet coffee shop, armed compound. Um, Interior design feld, the Brady Bench, um, Mr. Id. That one's pretty funny. NYPD. So stupid. NYPD Zoo explore the relationship between savage animals and their gritty urban jungle environment. Warning, due to graphic depictions of a hairy ape swollen and distended bare buttocks, viewer discretion is advised. Yeah, NYPD Blue, they showed that one guy's butt all the time. Um, Again, the wonderful world of computers. Paul Coker doing some really cool artwork later in his career. I don't have the time for it, guys. I don't. I'm sorry. Now, this is what's most interesting. Mission Impossible got second billing in this magazine for the the what do you call it? Satire. Um, Mission Impossible has gone on to produce um, many sequels, like 5 or 6 sequels, right? Take a popular 20-year-old TV show, give it a new cast at a ridiculously high budget, project it on a wide screen, and what do you get? Mainly a profound desire for that great old TV show with its fun, exciting plots and wonderful, believable cast. But it's too late because once again, those Hollywood geniuses have screwed up, leaving you wishing for the impossible. Um, and yeah, this is Angelo Torres's Tom Cruise is really hit or miss. But there is a lot of fun chicken fat again, squeezed in all over the place. Look at here's what are their names from Rocky and Bullwinkle? Those two evil people. Natasha and shoot, I don't know. Look, there's a mermaid back there. The telephone is a vase. Here we have Flip the bird in the background. Like this should have been first billing for 2 reasons. One, it was a better movie. Two, it's better art. And that's not something you really get to say that often about Angelo Torres. No offense. Obviously, he's an awesome, amazing artist. But when you're going up against Mort Drucker, that's a hard, you know, you can be great and still be not as good as Mort Drucker, right? Yeah, I am right. And here we have 2 things the diabolical deluge deceit. The native guys put down their packs, they won't move. They must. We have to get Lady Jane away from that Tarzan chap. They say this Tarzan will resort to dirty jungle tactics to stop us from getting Lady Jane back. Well, I know one thing for sure. He won't be pulling any dirty tricks in this downpour. That's disgusting. That is horrible. And now, because this has been, I see what it is. Do you see what it is? Who has the most to lose if kids are kept away from the web? Spider Man. Who? Oh, the web. Oh my God, I can't believe that. You guys, remember, pretty please with sugar on top. Hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.